The world watched in astonishment as former President Donald Trump, fresh off his recent election victory, reignited old controversies by staking claims to territories outside of the United States. His bold declarations have not only captured headlines but also reignited debates about American foreign policy and its implications for global stability. In this video, we will dive into this issue and its implication. Welcome back to Clifford Fusion Channel. If you'd like to hear more such content in the future, consider subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you. These pronouncements, reminiscent of his previous statements during his first tenure as president, have sent shockwaves across the international community. Leaders and diplomats around the world are now grappling with the potential consequences of these claims, raising concerns about his foreign policy objectives and the potential for global instability. The international community is left wondering whether these are mere political posturing or serious intentions that could reshape global geopolitics. At the heart of this recent controversy are Trump's statements regarding the Panama Canal. This strategic waterway, which connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, has long been a focal point of international trade and military strategy. The former president has repeatedly called for the United States to reclaim the Panama Canal, arguing that the engineering marvel rightfully belongs to the U.S., given its historical role in its construction and early 20th century control. He has emphasized the strategic and economic benefits of controlling such a vital passage, suggesting that American oversight would ensure its optimal operation and security. This has sparked outrage in Panama, where the canal is considered a symbol of national sovereignty and a testament to their hard-won independence. Panamanian leaders have vehemently opposed Trump's statements, viewing them as a direct threat to their national pride and autonomy. Protests have erupted in Panama City, with citizens rallying to defend their nation's control over the canal. However, Trump's territorial ambitions don't stop there. His gaze has also turned northward, toward the icy expanse of Greenland. He has also made comments suggesting the United States should purchase Greenland, citing its strategic importance and vast natural resources. Trump has argued that Greenland's location makes it a valuable asset for national security and economic development, envisioning it as a potential hub for military bases and resource extraction. While such a proposition seems outlandish and has been met with ridicule from Greenland and Denmark, it underscores Trump's apparent willingness to pursue territorial expansion, even if it means disregarding the sovereignty of other nations. Danish and Greenlandic officials have dismissed the idea as absurd, reaffirming their commitment to Greenland's autonomy and their refusal to entertain any offers. Adding fuel to the fire are Trump's remarks on Canada. His comments, though less explicit than his pronouncements on the Panama Canal or Greenland, have nonetheless raised eyebrows in Ottawa and beyond. While less explicit than his pronouncements on the Panama Canal or Greenland, his comments have raised eyebrows in Ottawa and beyond. Canadian officials are wary of any potential shifts in U.S. policy that could affect their country's sovereignty and bilateral relations. The ambiguity of Trump's statements has left many speculating about his true intentions and the possible implications for the future. Observers worry that Trump's rhetoric could signal a more assertive and potentially disruptive approach to relations with America's northern neighbor. The historically close relationship between the U.S. and Canada could be tested, with potential ramifications for trade, security, and diplomatic cooperation. His words have stirred anxieties about potential trade disputes, border security issues, and the future of the historically close relationship between the two countries. As the world watches, the international community remains on edge, uncertain of what the future holds under Trump's renewed leadership and his ambitious territorial aspirations. Understanding Trump's recent claims requires examining them through the lens of American history. To fully grasp the implications of his statements, we must delve into the past and explore the patterns that have shaped U.S. foreign policy over the centuries. While shocking to many, his pronouncements echo a recurring theme in U.S. foreign policy: a penchant for territorial expansion and a belief in American exceptionalism. This belief has often driven the United States to extend its influence far beyond its borders, sometimes with significant consequences for other nations. From the Monroe Doctrine to the Spanish-American War, the United States has a long and complicated history of asserting its dominance in the Western Hemisphere and beyond. The Monroe Doctrine, for instance, was a clear declaration that the Western Hemisphere was under the U.S. sphere of influence, discouraging European intervention. The construction of the Panama Canal itself is a prime example of this historical tendency. This monumental project not only showcased American engineering prowess, but also highlighted the lengths to which the U.S. would go to secure its strategic interests. At the turn of the 20th century, the United States, eager to establish a faster sea route between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, supported Panama's independence from Colombia and secured the rights to build and control the canal. This move was driven by both economic and military considerations, aiming to enhance U.S. naval capabilities and commercial interests. This intervention, while ultimately leading to the canal's completion, left a legacy of resentment in Latin America, where many viewed it as an act of Yankee imperialism. The perception of American overreach and dominance has fueled anti-American sentiment in the region for decades. Trump's interest in Greenland also has historical precedent. His proposal to purchase the island may have seemed audacious, but it is rooted in a long-standing strategic interest in the Arctic region. In 1946, President Harry Truman offered to buy Greenland from Denmark, recognizing its strategic importance during the Cold War. The island's location made it a valuable asset for military and geopolitical reasons, particularly in the context of US-Soviet tensions. Denmark refused, but the episode demonstrates that the desire to acquire Greenland is not new to American foreign policy. The strategic value of Greenland has been acknowledged by multiple administrations, reflecting a consistent interest in expanding US influence in the Arctic. Similarly, the United States' relationship with Canada, while largely defined by cooperation and partnership, is not without its moments of tension and disagreement. Issues such as trade disputes and border security have occasionally strained the otherwise strong bilateral ties. Trump's pronouncements, though seemingly outlandish, tap into this historical undercurrent of American expansionism. His rhetoric often reflects a desire to reassert American dominance on the global stage, resonating with a long tradition of U.S. foreign policy. They also reflect a worldview that often prioritizes American interests above international norms and the sovereignty of other nations. This approach has been a hallmark of U.S. foreign policy for generations, shaping the country's interactions with the rest of the world. Trump's claims on the Panama Canal have sent shockwaves through the global trade community. His statements have raised concerns about the future of this crucial waterway, which has been a cornerstone of international trade for over a century. The canal, a vital artery of international commerce, handles billions of dollars worth of goods annually, making it one of the most important maritime routes in the world. Its strategic location allows for the efficient movement of goods between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Connecting economies and facilitating trade between Asia, the Americas and beyond, the Panama Canal is indispensable for global commerce. It significantly reduces travel time for ships, which in turn lowers shipping costs and boosts economic activity. Any disruption to its operations would have profound implications for global supply chains, commodity prices, and the livelihoods of countless people. The ripple effects would be felt across various industries from manufacturing to retail, affecting both producers and consumers. The uncertainty surrounding Trump's intentions has created a climate of fear and anxiety in the shipping industry. Companies are worried about potential delays, increased costs, and the overall stability of their supply chains. Businesses rely on the predictability and stability of global trade routes. The Panama Canal has long been a symbol of this stability, ensuring that goods can move efficiently and reliably across the globe. The possibility of the United States seizing control of the Panama Canal throws that into jeopardy. Such a move would not only disrupt trade but also strain international relations and provoke strong reactions from other nations. The mere suggestion of such an action could lead to higher shipping costs, delays in the delivery of goods, and a loss of confidence in the global trading system. Businesses might seek alternative routes which could be less efficient and more costly. Furthermore, Trump's actions threaten to unravel decades of international cooperation and diplomacy that have ensured the canal's smooth operation. The Panama Canal has been a testament to what can be achieved through collaboration and mutual respect among nations. The Panama Canal Authority, an autonomous Panamanian agency, has successfully managed the canal since its handover from the United States in 1999. This transition marked a new era of Panamanian sovereignty and pride. This transition marked a significant moment in Panamanian history, and any attempt to reverse it would be met with fierce resistance. The people of Panama view the canal as a symbol of their national identity and independence. The potential economic and political fallout from Trump's pronouncements on the Panama Canal is immense. Markets could react negatively, leading to volatility and uncertainty in the global economy. It underscores the fragility of the global trading system and the dangers posed by unilateral actions that disregard international agreements and norms. The world watches closely, hoping for a resolution that maintains the stability and prosperity that the Panama Canal has provided for generations. Trump's interest in acquiring Greenland has ignited concerns not just about sovereignty, but also about the Arctic region's fragile environment. The Arctic is warming at an alarming rate, twice as fast as the rest of the planet, leading to melting ice caps, rising sea levels, and disruptions to delicate ecosystems. Scientists warn that these changes have profound global implications, affecting weather patterns, ocean currents, and biodiversity worldwide. Trump's history of environmental deregulation and his skepticism about climate change raise fears that his interest in Greenland stems from a desire to exploit its natural resources, including vast oil and mineral reserves, with little regard for the environmental consequences. Such an approach would be disastrous for the Arctic and could accelerate the pace of global warming. Furthermore, Trump's actions threaten to undermine international efforts to combat climate change. The Arctic Council, a forum for cooperation among Arctic nations, has played a crucial role in addressing environmental challenges in the region. However, Trump's unilateralism and disregard for international cooperation risk undermining the Council's work and exacerbating tensions among its members. Trump's ambitions in the Arctic highlight the interconnectedness of environmental issues and national security concerns. His actions serve as a stark reminder that the fight against climate change requires global cooperation and a commitment to protecting the planet's most vulnerable ecosystems. How do you think these events will shape the future of the Americas? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're curious about how these events fit into the bigger picture, check out our other videos on global geopolitics. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious. Thanks for watching.